Welcome to Skypodcast.
A Spotify exclusive. Hello once again. If you hear like mga banging noises, our neighbors are constructing their house. So, okay lang yan.
Wala na kaming magawa dyan. Gusto ko yung before the episode, sabi ko sa'yo, love, maybe you wanna change your shorts. Tapos, dinedma mo lang ako.
Why did you want me to change my shorts?
Kasi syempre, nag-ayos na ako. Ready na ako to go out. And then, magkatabi pa tayo. I just didn't want you to be, uncomfortable. But I guess you're not uncomfortable.
I'm very comfortable.
Are you very comfortable? Okay. That's
This
good.
is the best,
The best feeling.
yeah, yung
Accepted by your
pambahay.
partner.
Oh.
For who you truly are. Anyway, today we have a letter from the sky. And I think this is something that a lot of people can relate to, especially if they've been in a relationship for a few years na or long-term relationship. So, yung title pa lang niya is, Are We Done With Our Honeymoon Phase?
I think that a lot of people struggle with that. You struggled with that for
Yeah.
a certain point. Yeah.
Okay, so sabi niya, Dear Sky fam, my boyfriend and I are almost 4 years together already. He is my answered prayer. He's very affectionate every time that he sees me. Before, lahat ng love language na gagawa niya. Now, he's an engineer and 12 hours na yung duty niya. There is this sudden
Ikaw ba to?
change.
Ikaw ba to nagsulat?
12 hours yung duty mo? Talaga? Ako 24. Anyway. Sabi niya, there is this sudden change na hindi na siya kagaya ng dati. Although he still manages to call me every night before going to bed, but I have this uncomfortable feeling that everything has changed in our relationship. Siguro nasanay lang ako how affectionate he was before, and now it's kind of difficult for me sometimes. Is this a normal phase in the relationship? Sabi niya.
Ang hirap din yan, no? Like, again, there's a lot of nuances there. It could be just a similar thing that we went through throughout our relationship. Or it could be na parang nawawala na talaga yung spark.
I think we should answer it in the context that we understand it in. So, siguro, let's answer it na similar sa experience natin.
Well, let's answer it both ways.
Kasi ayoko naman na mamaya makipaghiwalay siya. Normal, for me, normal lang talaga.
No, I'm just saying that sometimes I've also been in relationships wherein in the past I felt like nawawala talaga, totoong nawawala yung spark.
Yes.
Na parang, I don't feel the same way about this person anymore. And you can't put a finger on it kung bakit. I feel like what made our relationship different was I still felt the same way all throughout the relationship. Same way all throughout the relationship. No, I still felt like mahal na mahal kita throughout the entire relationship. There's just moments wherein I felt like there was a transitionary phase na nung una, bago pa tayo, very touchy-touchy. Oh, we have to be on the phone all the time. We talk for hours. Kahit 3 a.m. na, nag-uusap pa rin tayo.
Uy, mind you, that says a lot kasi ito, he values his sleep. Pero nung una tayo nagde-date love, wala siya talagang tulog. As in,
I'd go to mga taping pa yun dati. So, I'd go to tapings na walang tulog.
Yeah.
Okay lang, masaya ka pa. Kasi ganyan. Ngayon, like parang, love, matulog na ako, love.
True. Oh my God.
Later na tayo mag-usap, tulog na ako.
Yeah.
So, I think that's just part of a normal maturing relationship. I think it was in the book also, the 5 love languages.
Ano ba yung accent mo ngayon? Gusto mo maging Australian today?
Sige na lang, stop calling out my accent.
Okay,
I'm correcting
sige, go.
it naman.
Okay, go.
No, it was in the book na 5 love languages na it's your choice. Do you want the infatuation phase wherein you have these strong emotions, but you can, para siyang drug din na you can just be attracted to that, or you can start to learn to evolve that into a mature, consistent, steady type of a relationship, which I feel like everybody has to cross if you're thinking about a long-term relationship.
Yeah. I think when you're starting off with your relationship, syempre, as what you said, butterflies in your stomach, it's something new. So you're very attracted to that, and you're always thinking, even if you're not together, you're always thinking of the other person.
Yes.
Is she thinking of me? What is she doing right now?
Yes.
Would I want to be doing what she's doing? Like, it's always, there's something new na parang naa-addict ka. Diba?
Yes.
Parang lagi mo siyang naiisip. Normal lang siya.
There's like, are you into me? Are you not?
Yeah,
May
there's a
flirting
game,
pa.
there's flirting, parang-
there's a lot of new moments. Like, oh, finally, nag-hold hands na kami. Or finally, naka-ilang dates na kami. Or we're
Yeah,
planning a
and
vacation together.
because it's new, you're zoning in on that person and all of
Yes.
these new experiences that you're having with that person. So it may feel like, okay, honeymoon stage siya. Or may honeymoon stage talaga siya. Like you're
Yeah.
enjoying each other's company. But that novelty doesn't last forever. So it does, I personally feel like it does need to transition into something else. Because if you've held hands for 3 years or 4 years in your letter,
Yeah.
parang iba na yung feeling ng holding hands. It's not anymore like, ay, oh my God, I can feel his warmth on my skin. Hindi na siya ganon. It's like, for example, when Slater holds my hand, it's more yung feeling ko is security na. Like, iba na siya. It's part of the game of love, I guess.
Game
na,
of love.
I mean, it's part of it that it changes, it shifts. Your perspective changes.
Yes.
Your perspective and in relationship towards each other changes, matures, di ba?
Yes.
I used to think I think it was when we had kids, no? When we had kids na
What?
parang, oh my God, mahal pa ba ako ni Slater? Parang hindi na siya. Before kasi parang patay na patay siya sa akin talaga. Like, I need to see you. Ganon, di ba? I need to be with you. I need to hold you. Ganyan. Pero parang when we got married, we lived together na finally, and then we had kids. Parang, ay, nandito ako pero natulog lang siya. Alam mo yun?
Yes.
Like, he's not craving to be with me anymore because he knows that I'm just there. And I don't think that's a bad thing. Although at that time, parang I felt na, oh, does he still love me? Parang things have changed. Ganun yung feeling ko, similar
Yes.
to the letter sender. But then, like, we talked about it and I realized that it can't be naman like that forever. And it doesn't mean that just because our relationship has changed, the love is gone.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think meron lang caveat to that na it's a slippery slope also wherein you get used to just ignoring each other and So I like that sometimes you pull me back in and sometimes parang I love
Sometimes
date
you
tayo.
pull me back in.
Oo.
Yeah.
Yeah, like parang open lang kami to each other talaga. Like it's not na ilang ako or I don't want to talk about it. Sometimes when I feel like si Chris is more focused on a lot of things that my feelings or my let's say for example there's an incident wherein feeling ko parang this isn't healthy anymore. Kakausapin ko lang siya. You know what, love? Ganito, ganyan. You did this. I felt like hindi ako importante because you're doing this. You brushed me aside. When I'm talking, let's say for example, when I'm talking to our friends, like, you turn back your back on me and like, I don't know if this happened or hindi ako nabigyan ng importansya. Sabihin lang natin, ganyan. Pero, I would say, just by being open, reins her back in and vice versa also. Like si Chris would say, love, ang dami mo ng trabaho. When you get home, you're so tired. You don't have time for not just me, but for the kids. Okay lang ba if we dedicate a certain time each week that you block that off and we do something together as a family? And I really feel that these conversations are important to maintain the spark in the relationship, not just as husband and wife, but also as father and mother.
And parang there was this one TikTok that that I saw na parang, you know, a lot of couples expect that it's always 50-50, right?
Yes.
Like, okay, 50-50 lahat in all aspects, be it mom and dad parenting, be it like going out on dates, everything 50-50. But sabi nung TikTok na yun, which I completely agree with, that it's really not 50-50 because sometimes when Slater comes home and he's at a 20, then I have to give 80 para 100% kami. And sometimes when I'm at a 10 and he has to give a 90, parang ganun give and take lang talaga. What's important is you understand where each other is coming from and that you come into the relationship with a mindset of we're partners.
Yes.
We're going through this together. It's not me against you, you against me. There's trust in the relationship and I know that at any moment that I'm having a hard time, he's going to have my back and vice versa.
Yes.
So I don't blame him for being not in the honeymoon phase because sometimes he's just not in the mood. And I mean, you can't be on all the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially when you're like us na living together na, nakikita mo talaga lahat. Like, hindi mo may expect na every time we see each other, it's like, love!
Yeah, because I mean, when we were boyfriend girlfriend, we never lived together before we got married.
Yes.
And I was really busy, always traveling and, hardly being in Cebu. And you were also really busy with your business. So when we did get to see each other, it's like, finally, I see you. Like,
yes.
okay, I'm going to tell you everything that I did.
Yes.
I'm going to finally hold your hand, like all of these things. But now that we're living together and there's wala akong room na mag-isa lang ako. Alam mo yon. So, when he's resting, sa time na gusto niya magpahinga, ibigay ko sa kanya. Hindi naman kailangan na gusto niya mag-rest, pero gusto ko mag-hug-hug, ganyan. If you guys want to hear the full episode, you can
Check us out on Spotify.
Spotify.